Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala constantly reminds us of His mercy and His forgiveness. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam passed by the graves of the companions who had died and been buried there. About 2 months before he died, he passed by the grave and he was sad, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to miss meeting my brothers." And the Sahabi said, "Where are your brothers, Ya Rasulullah?" "Here we are." "What do you mean miss? Like, you mean you're going to die and miss us?" He said, "No, no. Antum ashabi. You're my companions. The ones I'm talking about are the ones who haven't come yet. They're not born yet. They will believe in me even though they have never seen me." The Muslim men and women, and I ask Allah that we are those among them. Allah gave me and every prophet a special dua that was specific for every prophet to ask. Other than every other dua, there was one specific one every prophet had that will never be refused. And each one took his dua already. As for me, I left it for the hereafter. On the day of judgment, the people will go to every prophet and none of them could help them.
They'll go to Adam, Ibrahim, Noah.
All of them, all of them. And then finally they'll come to me.
So he saved his dua for the hereafter.
And Allah will say to him, "Irfa' ra'sak ya Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, lift your head up. Washfa' tushaffa'. Ask me to save whoever you want." And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam will stand up. And what will he say? "Allahumma ummati ummati." "Oh Allah, my nation, those who followed me." He doesn't ask about himself. "Ya Rabbi ummati ummati." Every other prophet will say, "Nafsi, nafsi." Myself, myself. Not out of selfishness.
Everyone's concerned for their own state. Yeah, a difficult day.
And who is the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ? Every person that believed in him and Allah and didn't make any shirk. So there are people who prayed on and off. Some of them who were lazy in their actions. Some of them who did major sins. He's talking about the others who are going to be destined to hellfire. Yeah, some Muslims will be destined to hellfire.
May Allah protect us.
Rasul ﷺ will come back and he cannot rest. Even in Jannah he cannot enjoy it. SubhanAllah. Can you imagine that? He enjoys Jannah, of course, but he's still got his mind on them. So Allah then finally says to the angels, "Go, and every person who has a little mark on his forehead," I mean, yeah, at least they prayed on and off, at least on and off. "And every person who had tawheed, worshipped Allah alone with la ilaha illallah and never made shirk with me, take them out. All of them will be saved. Not one will be left with tawheed." And that's when an angel comes and gets a sheep and says, "O people of hellfire and Jannah, this is death." And he slaughters death and says, "No more death after here. People of hellfire stay in for eternity, people of Jannah for eternity." SubhanAllah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah.